Throughout the month of May and June, I've learned so much about pop culture and more specifically how it affects me and the people around me, and the global effects that we have with pop culture being consumers and overall the makers of pop culture. So, in this learning summary video essay, I will be talking about a few points. The points being discussed include autoethnography, the importance of coding, the potential of pop culture as well as pop culture trends, the role of us as consumers, and lastly, social control. To begin, one of the first things that I learned in this course was about the importance and overall the existence of autoethnography. Autoethnography is very helpful when a lot of the data you're using is based on feelings and emotions. And with a lot of other methods of collecting data often ignoring emotions and feelings and going straight for statistics or numbers, autoethnography offers a deeper and broader field of analysis. Closer to the end of the course, I then learned about the importance of coding. As it is with almost any other method of collecting data, coding your data is extremely important for autoethnography, and it looks a little different. When you code your data for autoethnography, you're coding your feelings. You're coding what made you feel this way, what content you were consuming, or even what you were actually doing at that very moment, as well as just what you were creating that made you feel that way, and the motivation behind what you were creating to then link it back to your emotions. Following that are pop culture trends and overall just the potential of pop culture. A big current trend in pop culture that has arisen within the last few years, especially due to the pandemic and TikTok, is the aspect of kind of bedroom culture and the new form of self-documenting yourself. And these are trends that have emerged due to a lot of technological trends as well, being that both popular culture and technology are major forces of social change. In addition, this new form of self-documenting allows for individuals to express their emotions more freely. They are also able to interact with their audience in ways that other people were never able to do before with other forms of media. The audience is not only an audience, but they are also, in a lot of ways, the directors, the producers, the stakeholders. This also puts the author in a very unique position where they are able to freely express their values and their beliefs without really being censored as much. However, censorship is definitely changing. In general, the authors being able to be less censored is also attributed to the fact that the internet is something that is inherently, and for the most part, unable to be significantly censored. Next is our role as consumers. As consumers of popular culture, we are also at risk of many things, but also we are the makers of pop culture as consumers, and so we then have a lot more control than we believe we do. This is because a lot of the time we as a society use pop culture to help establish and promote certain norms and behaviors, as well as having a major impact on the economy through what ads we decide to click on and actually what content we decide to buy, whether it's clothes off of a website, from recent history, shopping through catalogs, and in more recent history, shopping online. And that is most prevalent with sites like Shein, which would have never been able to exist if it wasn't for the advancements in technology currently and the way that pop culture moves with fast fashion. Lastly, I'd like to speak about social control. When it comes to social control, throughout the course, we have been able to see how the media and pop culture in general is able to be used as a tool for moderating and controlling the masses. Through media, the state and those in power are able to control the narratives of many situations, and then in turn make the masses focused on something else other than, for example, politics on abortion and gay rights, to the major war that is currently happening between Russia and Ukraine. All in all, this class has taught me a lot about pop culture, and it has made me really think about how I'm using pop culture every day and how I'm consuming pop culture. And that, Mr. Strangelove, is what I've learned.